Welcome back to the garage. It's a hot one today. We've got the heat wave of 2026 happening right now. I have the AC running. Hopefully that won't be too much of a distraction. And we have the Parrott Uncle big awesome fan running in the background here. So it's not too bad in here. I want to talk to you today about pod lights, specifically the Suparee Recon 1 series. I'm going to show you what comes in the box, how to wire it up, and some extras. All right, let's dive in. So I have kind of everything laid out, how I want to cover some stuff. You're probably wondering what in the world this is. I'll get to that. So I've got a couple sets of Suparee Recon series lights here. One is a spot beam, one is a wide beam, and I'll cover the differences on those pretty soon. Basically, I just want to cover what's in the box. You have a really nice wiring harness. So you have your two plugs. These plugs do have a very nice weather pack type seal. So you have a nice wiring harness, really nice switch. When these are on, the DRL or the main lights, that will light up. I'll get to that shortly. Very important, this does use real relays. Relays are basically a switch, and they handle a higher power load than just regular wiring or a little switch like this can handle. So this has real relays in the wiring harness. That's nice. Some of these pod light kits, they'll have a sealed power unit, box, power box, don't know what you call it. It's just sealed. And you really can't see what's in it or service it or anything like that. So it's really nice that this has, you know, replaceable relays. If the relay goes bad, you can replace it. You have your hardware kit. That's going to be to mount it to your brackets. Nice covers. There's some different pigtails. So if you don't want to use the wiring harness that comes with it, maybe you have an existing harness. You can plug this in. This is going to be your ground, your main lights, and your DRLs. So you do have some pigtails for that. Obviously the lights themselves. You'll have your brackets. They're already going to be installed on the lights. I'll get to that in a minute on how to install your bolt. Put your bolt in. I believe that covers it. Did I miss anything? I don't know. So that covers what's in the box. Your harness, your lights, the covers, hardware, pigtails. So anyway, how to wire it. Your harness is going to have a red wire. It's going to be your power wire. You're going to have a black wire, which is your ground or your negative. So this would be positive and negative. Power is positive, red, negative is black, and that's the ground. So I have this set up on a just a little 12 volt power source. This is like 37 years old. It's pretty old, still works. Additionally, on your harness to the power and ground, you're going to have a white wire, and that's going to be your signal or trigger wire. And that's going to go to a switched power source. You don't have to do this to a switched power source. You can run it to straight power. The benefit of running this to a switched power source, if you have them on and you turn your key off, it's going to shut off your lights, just like other things. So I'll show you how that works. So that's basically how you wire it. Power to your power source, ground to your ground, white to your switched power. So that's how that works. So let's flip a switch. Let's turn this on. And I've got my ignition switch off, right? So if we hit the switch over here, nothing happens. But let's say we turn the key on. Now, these are going to be the DRLs. And the main lights. Now, an interesting thing, if you have, let's say you have your DRLs running and you turn your key off and you get back in to start the vehicle, it remembers the last setting. So let's say we have our main lights on, key off, start it back up, they're going to come back on. So I thought that was pretty cool. So if you want to run your DRLs all the time, just leave them on when you shut the car off, truck, SUV, side by side, whatever you have these mounted on. And next time you turn it on, they'll automatically come on. Thought that was pretty cool. Now, so that covers the wiring, right? Red to red, black to black, white to signal or trigger or switched power source. So, spot beam versus wide beam. So on the box, it explains the difference. The wide beam is going to have a wider pattern, right? Wider. So this is going to spread out quicker, but it's not going to go as far. I made some notes. It's going to go about 150 yards according to their chart. This is not going to be accurate. I'm about, that's why I said about 150 yards on that. Now the spot beam is more concentrated. So it's going to reach out much farther. And according to the chart on the box, it's going to go about 340 yards. So you can see the difference between the two. Wide beam, spot beam. So it kind of depends on what your goals are or your needs for lighting. So if I pick up the wide beam, you can visually see waves or ribs in the lens. And that's going to spread out that light quicker. Now on the spot beam, the lens is smooth. So it's going to be a more focused beam. So the lights are the same, it's just the lens that's going to be different between them. And there's a shot of the hardware. So when you put your bolt, to put your bolt in, you will have to take these bottom screws out. It's just a captured nut in this little channel. Pull these bottom screws, rotate this up, then you can put your bolt in, rotate that back down, drop your nuts in, and put the screws in from the side. It's pretty simple. All right. A couple other things I thought was pretty interesting on these lights. They are waterproof, not water resistant, waterproof. Luminous. I had to Google this. This is a thing. So look up Luminous LEDs. It's pretty impressive. They have a lot of press releases on their website. So this uses Luminous LEDs, 5-year warranty, stainless steel hardware. So it's nice stuff. These lights are made very well. These brackets are very sturdy. So if we flip this back on, these are super bright. Like I've got this probably 2 feet, 2.5 feet from my face, and I can feel heat on my face. These lights are no joke. They are very bright. Let's do a close up here. This is the wide beam. Close up of the spot. Again, it's the same thing, just different lens. So, and if we do the DRLs, this gives you an idea what the DRL looks like. Anyway, I like them. I really like these lights. If you go back through my video history, you'll see where we've used the Hyper 5 series on a 4Runner and a GMC truck. I'm no stranger to Suparee products. They are awesome, made very well. I guess that wraps it up pretty much. So I'm going to flip this around. I don't have these mounted yet, but I'll kind of give you an idea of what the wide beam versus the spot beam looks like just here in the shop. And we'll go from there. So anyway, let's do that. All right, so let's fire up the wide beam first. Should have brought my switch over. I wasn't ready. All right, as I walk in front of the camera. All right, so let's hit the wide beam. So that's the wide beam wavy lens. And that's what that looks like here in the shop. It's not dark, but to be frank, this is the middle of the afternoon. And it's bright outside, but you can obviously tell this puts out a lot of light. So, all right, so that's the wide beam. All right, let's switch this to the spot. Just doing one light at a time here so I don't cook my little power supply. All right, so I've got the spot set up. All right, so you see how that's more of a spot. So this is going to reach out much farther than the wide beam. It's going to be a pretty concentrated light up close, but as it goes out, your beam diameter will grow. I mean, if I just do it right here, that's on my hand. So anyway, that gives you a good idea of wide beam versus spot. So this is going to go out way farther than the wide beam. And again, the DRL. That's your DRL function. All right, so that's going to wrap this one up. I've already got my brackets mounted here. These are Nilight ditch light brackets. Super sturdy. These do not move. So I'll put a link in the description for those. This is for a second gen Toyota Tundra. Check out Suparee if you are looking for bigger lights. They have the Recon 2s. So it's basically it's a 3-inch light. Basically the same design as the Recon 1, but you have 2 lights in that. We have the Hyper 5 series. I'll put some links in the description for the Hyper 5 series that we use on a 4Runner and a GMC truck. And they have some super cool lights called the Helm series. So check those out. Suparee makes very good lights, high quality lights, and we are a big fan. So anyway, thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.